surely be your guide. Don't let her die.
It's now time for Talkin' Boxing with Billy C. It began as a podcast, went live on the net, and transformed into a full-blown empire. Across the web, on Fight Now TV, and on radio stations around the world. It's the only daily boxing talk radio show on the planet, hosted by the only guy with the balls to do it. Many have stepped into the ring. Many have tried to take the belt, and one by one, they've fallen. Another victim of the undisputed heavyweight champion of boxing talk radio. Talkin' Boxing with Billy C. is on now.
My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
And we're coming to you live from the Billy C studio in Lake George, New York. I'm Bill Calagione. It's time for Talking Boxing with Billy C. Good morning, good day, good evening. Hope you're doing all right. Special shout out to my WMML listeners. Glad you could join us. Got a busy show scheduled for today. Speaking of the MML. Speaking of WMML listeners, I just read, I don't know if you guys caught in the local paper, the Post-Star, they have this new facility in Whitehall, which is, I think that's within the WMML tower, the new tower. I think people in Whitehall can hear us. Did you see what they did with the old Armory? They turned it into this big sports thing, and the owner is looking to bring boxing there. I tell you, I read it, and nobody contacted me. I'm like, man, So I reached out. So fear not, I reached out, and we'll see what happens, man. That's a beautiful place. It's funny. When I was promoting, that was one of the places I had picked to do an event. I ended up doing it at the Civic Center in Glens Falls, but that was definitely one on my radar. So I'm excited about it. I'm glad this guy bought it, and I'm glad it's going to be opening soon. So anyway, busy show scheduled for today. We got the Blast from the Past, which features former multi-division world champion, Hall of Famer George Dixon. Alex Pierpaoli will be here to talk about him. We also have if you missed it, we had a couple great guests on yesterday, Corey Spinks and Billy the Kid Irwin. We also coming up next week, I got Tibor Bosch. Now, Tibor Bosch is a fighter. He fought in the welterweight division, but it looks like he's going to be moving down in weight. Listen, if you punch him up, you're going to see that he's got like a six wins, 3 losses, and 5 draw record, something like that. But let me tell you, this kid's the real deal. I love him. I can't wait to have him on. So make sure you tune in next week to get Tibor Bosch. Programming note, we will not be doing a live show on Friday. No, we won't be doing a live show on Friday, but we want you to check us out on LDL TV. Friday night, we're doing a live broadcast from Philly. That's right, from Philadelphia. I'll be calling the action. Don't know who's going to be doing the color with me. It's kind of a last-minute thing, but we're going to be broadcasting it live on LDL TV, so make sure you mark it down. Check it out. My man Dax Khan will be tweeting. He's our tweetheart. We'll be Facebooking, tweeting. I don't know. Is that the terms? But make sure you check that out. Don't forget, the show is being brought to you in part by Cat's Nationwide Luxury Transportation Service. If you're looking for a limo, and you're someplace in the U.S. of A., then you need to give my girl Kat a call. But just remember, she's my girl. I know you're going to try to make a move, but she's mine, all mine. 202-351-7496. 202-351-7496. Tell Kat that Billy C sent you. But you also got to understand, she's mine. So leave her alone. And as I tell you every day, Kat's nationwide luxury transportation service will be the official limo service of this year's Billy C Boxing Hall of Fame induction weekend, scheduled November 16, 17, 18, 3 days of fun, and hopefully in the sun, because in November up here, sometimes it can get a little chilly. But then again, we've had some warm days in November, too. So make sure you mark that down. Visit the website, www.billycboxing.com, and get your tickets now, because they're going, and they're going to be gone. It's going to sell out, because it's just, we know that it's going to this year, because of the amount of people that are coming and the amount of people we can hold in the place. So it's going to happen. Also, the show is being brought to you in part by Campanaro and Tomkovich. If you need a lawyer, use the ones that keep me out of trouble, and that's Campanaro and Tomkovich, 845-221-4099. That's 845-221-4099. Campanaro and Tomkovich. Tell them Billy C sent you, and tell them that I said I will waive the consultation fee. That's right. I will waive the consultation fee. They love it when I tell them that, when you tell them that I said that, because they know they're not going to get a nickel out of me. So you make out, man. 845-221-4099. As a matter of fact, my man Dax Khan just popped into the chat room. He should get Campanaro and Tomkovich to help him with a case that he should launch right now. 845-221-4099. And, of course, the show's being brought to you in part by my friends over at the Halftime Bar and Grill. Route 9, South Glens Falls. Give them a call ahead for a dinner reservation, 518-792-4869, 792-4869. Food is great there. And generally, we're there for the Friday night fights. We got all kinds of stuff planned for next week, Friday night fights. So if you're listening on WMML, make sure you mark it down next Friday night, or in your case, maybe this Friday night. Come over to the Halftime Bar and Grill. We're going to be giving stuff away. We got tickets for the Times Union event that's taking place on May 18th, Star Boxing. So we're going to be giving some tickets away. Chances at getting tickets for that event. And the last time we were down at the Times Union when Star Boxing put on a great show, it was a fun time. Hey, listen, if you can't wait and you want to get yourself some seats now for that event, visit our website, www.billycboxing.com, and click the Star Boxing poster. Now, there's two of them because Star Boxing's so busy here on the East Coast that they got a couple of events going on at the same time. So the one at Times Union, well, that's the one that says ESPN. It's an ESPN show. Then the one below it, if you're interested in checking out Vinny Matalone, that's always a great one. But that's a black tie event. I wish I could go to that one, but I don't think I can. I think I'm going to be in Florida. That's right, May 12th. For the IFBA World Welterweight title, our very own Chevelle Fist of Steel Halbach is going up against tough Terry Blair, the Road Warrior, who is one tough SOB. Now, this fight's going to be broadcast live on LDL TV and on Ustream and on Billy C Boxing. Yours truly will be calling the action. Make sure you tune into that one. And I'll tell you, if you're in the Tampa area and you're looking to get tickets, we want to do a Billy C gathering, and we're going to be launching this media thing. I think there's going to be a whole week's worth of activities. I don't know. The promoters has to get back to me on that, but I think we're going to be doing a media week, and there'll be open workouts and all this stuff available. I would love to have you guys come down so you can get yourself some tickets. If you're going to be there live, visit our website, www.billycboxing.com. And right on the right, you'll see a poster that says Tampa Bay Boxing. It's May 12th. Click that. That'll direct you to their website. And order yourself some tickets. Tell them Billy C sent you. And ask them when the Billy C gathering is going to be, which day. And I want you all to show up there. Maybe I'll be giving stuff away. Maybe I'll be giving you hats. Maybe I'll be giving you T-shirts. I don't know. Maybe I'll be giving you a pat on the back. No. But make sure you mark that one down. But anyway. Like always, we kick off the show with some mailbags. Now, I've gotten several emails from many different long-time listeners. Now, we've been doing the show for 8 years, so we got some listeners that have been with us since day one. And the general consensus is everybody's so sick and tired of talking about Floyd Mayweather. I am too. The thing is I've opened the platform. So as long as people are communicating about Floyd, I will talk about it. If you don't want to talk about Floyd, email something else. We try to get Floyd out of the subject as quickly as possible because he's just boring. It's like he's boring to watch fight. He's boring to talk about. It's the same old thing, the same old people. And speaking of which, we got Given Quality. And Given Quality's got a comment on Floyd Mayweather. He's got some other ones, too. But he says, all I have. Now, this is in response to yesterday's show. And I said that he had the and Given Quality knows I'm only fooling around, but I said that he's got the Floyd Mayweather Jr. feety pajamas, and Given Quality responds and says, all I have are all of Floyd's fights in my boxing collection videos. I don't have clothes, pajamas, lamps, none of that crap. He didn't use the word crap, but it's something similar. Begins with an S and ends with a T. I judge Floyd Mayweather on his skills, talent, mind, conditioning, and performances. He does it in a way you've never seen before. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has put on a clinic on all of his opponents he has ever faced. Your BS about Pac versus De La Hoya is not worth commenting on because you don't believe that crap. Johnny Robbins is the one who compared the two fights, not Given Quality. I said it was not comparable. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about with me not believing that nonsense. If you're referring to the fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Oscar De La Hoya, I do believe that nonsense. I think it was an extremely close fight, and I think Floyd could have gotten a nod. I mean, Oscar could have gotten a nod. So I don't know what you're talking about there. To me, that was another close fight that Floyd doesn't want to give credit. He said the same thing about Castillo. But anyway, that's my opinion there. As far as Pacquiao, I don't want to hear the crap about how drained and how skinny and how terrible Oscar was. Man, listen, I don't care about how much you love Floyd Mayweather. I don't care. But what I do care about is facts are facts are facts. And prior to, this is a key point here, prior to the weigh-in of that fight and prior to the result of the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Oscar De La Hoya, everyone in the boxing business, with the exception of a handful, yours truly is one of the handful, said that not only was Pacquiao going to lose, that poor Pacquiao might even get killed by a guy like Oscar De La Hoya. There was genuine fear for Manny Pacquiao in that fight. Fast forward to the weigh-in, fast forward to the fight, and everyone says, well, you can't judge Pacquiao by that fight. Look at how drawn out Oscar was. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Monday morning quarterbacks can't do it. When it comes to boxing, we can all talk about what happened. We can say, yes, he looked drained. Yes, he wasn't himself. All those things, but after the fight. We're talking about it now. If you go back in time, you weren't talking, you weren't thinking, you weren't saying, oh, this is a bad fight for Oscar. It's at 147 or whatever it was. It was at 147. It's at 147, and Oscar's going to be drained. Nobody said that. No one said that. Everybody was like, "Oh, poor Manny, poor Manny." So I don't give credit to that. And I love when people always say about Floyd, "Oh, well, look what Floyd did to Juan Manuel Marquez. Look what Floyd did to Juan Manuel Marquez." Manny couldn't do that for 3 fights. Manny couldn't do it. Well, I say this: what about Oscar? Did Floyd get Oscar to quit on his stool? Did Floyd destroy Miguel Cotto? Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. Did Floyd destroy Margarito? Well, no, he avoided Margarito. So I mean, listen, I don't want to hear that. All right, but I'm glad you don't have the feety pajamas. Given Quality also says one more thing, but I got to take a break, and I'll get back in a sec. If you're in upstate New York and you need a trucking company, then you need Riselli Enterprises. Riselli Enterprises is trucking at its finest. They have it all. Dump trucks, dump trailers, walk-in floors, flatbeds, flow boys, tankers, loaders, and a full line of roll-off containers for any job, big or small. Riselli Enterprises is also the source for all your sand, gravel, and topsoil needs. Visit them on the web at RiselliTrucking.com or call 315-433-5115. That's 315-433-5115 and tell them Billy C sent you.
Are you ready, America? Then let's get it on with Fight Now TV. It's time, fight fans. Your channel has arrived. All the fights, all the names, all the action. From world-class boxing events to mixed martial arts showdowns and other combat sports matchups, Fight Now TV delivers the hits and more. Call your television provider and tell them you want to get it on with Fight Now TV. For more details, go to fightnow.com.
We've got a great matchup tonight. Fighting out of the left corner is the #1 ranked contender.
No, he is not.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
I am the IBO computer. I am programmed to provide only fair and unbiased boxing rankings. This fighter is the number 15 ranked contender.
Fair and unbiased boxing rankings? That's a new concept.
Actually, it is not. The IBO has provided unbiased computerized rankings for many years.
Well, we've still got a great fight tonight, folks. In the left corner is the number 15 ranked contender.
The IBO, the champion of integrity. Learn more at IBOboxing.com.
Check out BillyCBoxing.com now, or feel the wrath of the mighty mustache.
Oh, that hurts. Why are you doing that to my face? I hate you. I hate you.
That's BillyCBoxing.com. Consider this your warning.
As a young boy, all Billy C dreamed about was one day having his own catchphrase.
And we're back. And we're back.
One boy, one dream, one day, everyone will say.
And we're back. 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 And we're back.
Catchphrase coming soon to a theater near you.
And we're back. You are listening to the Talking Boxing with Billy C, a radio show. Hey, coming up in a little bit, we got some fight results out of Canada. We got some news, more cancellations. Can you believe it? I don't know, man. It's just been a lot of injuries in this sport of late, at least going back the last few years. I've never seen it. And we're going to be talking about a guy today on the Blast from the Past that, you know, there was a string of fights that he fought 1 month, and I'll bring it up with Alex. But, you know, I'm talking about this guy fighting every other day. I'm not kidding you. Every other day. You know, now you got to give credit. You know, we're talking about Floyd Mayweather. Oh yeah, you know, we're talking about Floyd Mayweather here in the mailbags. But, you know, I got to make sure that people understand. You know, these guys that fought, you know, twice a week, once every other week, that kind of thing back in the day. Some of those fights were like sparring sessions, you know. So the fighters of today, like Floyd, you know, they may only fight once a year, once every 18 months in Floyd's case. But you know, the thing is that they probably get better sparring when they're not in the ring than some of these guys fought for purses. So you just got to keep that in mind. But anyway, given quality, he's talking about Floyd. Imagine that. But wait, no, there's more, because he says. Oh, yeah, it says it about Floyd, too. But he says Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says he did hold back on Juan Manuel Marquez because he respected him so much. Come on, man. Do you believe that Floyd Mayweather respects anybody? Come on, he's the most self-centered person on this planet. He says he didn't want to leave Juan Manuel Marquez punched. Come on. You know, given quality makes it sound like Floyd Mayweather is like a god. You know, I'm you know what, given quality, you know your stuff. I know you know the sport. But, man, you how much Kool-Aid did you drink? How much Floyd Mayweather Kool-Aid did you drink, man? What did it take to turn you around? I mean, listen, it's one thing to have a favorite fighter. I mean, I'm glad that Floyd is so much up on your totem pole of life. But, you know, I mean, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, you're totally blind to a lot of stuff, man. But anyway, and don't tell me that this is all propaganda from Bob Arum and all that. Come on, man. Come on. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s daddy said he let up also. What do you think would have happened to De La Hoya if he fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. under Pacquiao's demand? Dude, how many times do I got to tell you? You know, a fighter doesn't have to sign the freaking contract. You know, I mean, you lay out a contract in front of somebody. You say, this is the weight that we want to fight. Do you want to fight? Yes or no? Oscar De La Hoya was the biggest drawer in boxing. Are you telling me that he had no juice, no power to negotiate with Manny Pacquiao? No, he wanted to prove himself. It was called his own shizamazaz, whatever you want to call it, man. His own ego was trying, Oscar De La Hoya's own ego was trying to have him be able to go to the weight and beat Manny Pacquiao. That was the behind the scenes thing. It was Oscar's ego, not Pacquiao's forcing poor little old Oscar. You're making Oscar seem like he's a victim here. Come on, he's one of the most successful boxers in the history of the sport, inside the ring and outside the ring, even before he was a pro. So please, he says, remember, due to the rehydration clause after the weigh-in, De La Hoya came into the fight actually weighing less than Pacquiao and close to 20 pounds under his usual. Listen, dude, again, he didn't have to sign a contract. And if he didn't sign a contract, and if you tell me, well, if he wouldn't have signed a contract, he wouldn't have got to fight. Oh well. You know, I mean, go on to something else. Oscar De La Hoya could have made $10 million somewhere else. Come on, man. Come on. I don't mind giving you a platform. I don't mind giving anybody a platform. But, you know, you talk about propaganda. I mean, you know, you're so one-dimensional given quality. It's just, it's annoying to me. Because, with Floyd Mayweather Jr., I give him credit. He's a talented fighter. He's not the best of all time. You collect and watch all his videotapes. Jesus, how do you stay awake? How do you stay awake for all his shows? I mean, all his fights. I mean, how do you stay awake for Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s fights? I'm sorry. You know, you want to look at him and be in awe of his boxing skill and of his sweet science and all of that stuff. You want to be in awe of that? You know, great. Knock yourself out, man. But, you know, I'm a boxing fan. I like to see that. I like a little sprinkled action in there, too. I like to see a knockout every now and then. I like to see somebody, going at it toe-to-toe a little bit. You know, I like a little mixture, man. You know, I like a little action. You know, I want to remember something about the fight. I want to have it pop in my little pea brain and say, oh, yeah, I remember that fight. You know, I don't remember that stuff with Floyd. You know, it's all one big boring fight to me. I'm sorry. It's aggravating, you know. We'll move on. Bronner Beast, another big, I think he's a big Floyd fan. Let's see, Billy. The Ortiz fight was Floyd's most exciting fight. Come on. Hey, listen, before I even finish this email, as much as I'm not a big fan of Floyd, I was writing, when I was covering that fight, we did a post-fight show on Fight Now. I was making notes. I was already. I mean, I was preparing to do the show after the event, and I'm writing, and it's killing me. My hand was like, it was like somebody was stabbing me. Why? Because I was writing all these accolades about Floyd, how good he started to look in that fight, how much respect I was giving him for fighting Ortiz and for being aggressive and looking as big and as strong and as dominating as he did. I give him all that credit, and I said it on the show. Go back and go to Fight Now and play the show. The thing is this. He blemished that performance by letting it end the way it did. Did Victor Ortiz, intentionally headbutt him? Did he hug and kiss him and try to make up too many times? Yes, he did. The answer to both of those are yes. Was it a punk move by Victor Ortiz to do what he did, launching himself? Yes. In my opinion, the referee should have disqualified him right then. The fight would have been over. Mayweather gets all his accolades. Everything is great. But that's not what happened. We all know what happened. And when they were breaking, and yes, the referee lost control of the fight. He did not do the right thing. Both of those fighters should not be standing next to each other. They should have been in neutral corners. We all know the rules. He was trying to check with the timekeeper. He didn't know what was going on. Joe Cortez, once again, loses control of a fight, and the end result was what we saw. And as much as I don't like Larry Merchant, I get sick of his. That whole broadcast team is just nauseous. nauseating at this stage. I liked him. I respect him as colleagues. But, I mean, their time has come and gone, in my opinion. But he said it best. Larry Merchant said it best. He said it was a legal sucker punch. So I don't want to read about how it was legal, how it was a great knockout, all of this stuff. It was legal. And there was no repercussions for Floyd, but it was pretty punkish, in my opinion. You know, he could have knocked him out anyway, not like that when his hands were down. Ortiz should have been hugging and kissing him and going after him again? No, I don't think he should have. But I also think the referee is being paid to keep order in that ring, and he failed to do that. So, you know, hey. Anyway, Bronaby says the Ortiz fight was Floyd's most exciting fight. Yeah. That sucker punch was probably the most venomous thing I have ever seen in boxing history. Floyd showed his killer instinct, and the KO was all over the news. The UK commentators were excited. Bob Sheridan gets excited when paint's drying. Come on, man. Colonel Bob will make two ants walking across the room, trying to get a piece of breadcrumb or something, make that seem like it's the most exciting venture you ever watched. That's what makes him so entertaining at times. He says the HBO commentators lied and said it was a classless thing in boxing. You are supposed to sucker punch your opponent if he hugs us in an amazing 3 times in a row in a championship fight. Anyone who disagrees is mad he got a KO. No, you're not supposed to sucker punch somebody. Although it wasn't a sucker punch, it wasn't like it was a legal sucker punch. That's why I like that definition. It wasn't like somebody said, "Hey, Victor, look over there," and he turned his head and Floyd punched him. No, I like your choice of wording with the venomous thing that you think was the most venomous thing that Floyd ever did. Pretty interesting. I don't know if he's got the killer instinct. I think somebody else said it best one other time. I think that he just is so competitive and doesn't want to lose. I think he lacks the killer instinct. And although I did see some of it coming out in the beginning of that Ortiz fight, I hope I see a killer instinct out of Floyd when he fights Miguel Cotto. I would love to sprinkle in a little killer instinct in Floyd because I think that may elevate him into the discussion of being one of the top 10 all-time greats. You know, unlike some of you guys that think he's the greatest, I don't even think he's in the top 20. You know, I could name 20 fighters I think are better than him. But interesting email. Thank you for that one, Bronner Beast. My man EQX says, punk move. You guys, what did we relive this? What is this? Is this I think we went back in time, and we're getting as much play for the Victor Ortiz thing. He says, punk move? Really? He says, that was instinct. The guy put his hands down, and Floyd hit him. Come on, man. How many times is Ortiz going to hug and kiss Floyd? Ortiz was looking for a way out, and he got it, period. Okay. I responded to all of that just moments ago, so thanks for that email. We got another one. Finally. Okay, good. No more Floyd, I think. No more Floyd. We got Bjorn Henriquez, my man. He says, I have to disagree with you on the statement that some fighters have other fighters' numbers. Okay. This was in response to yesterday. I said that, Juan Manuel Marquez, I thought that he looked a little – I don't think he looked that good. He beat Fedchenko, but I don't think – last week, but I don't think he looked all that fantastic. And I just made the statement that I thought that, he only looks good against Manny Pacquiao, and that for some reason he's got Manny Pacquiao's number. So this is in response to that. From yesterday's show, he says, I disagree with you. He says, with Manny, it's not about Juan Manuel Marquez. It's that Manny is not good against counterpunches with a good defense. It just happens that Juan Manuel Marquez is just that, and that's the sole reason I give a fight with him and Floyd to Floyd. I agree with you there. We've made it, and given quality, I'm going to give him an accolade now. He showed me a video clip. He sent me a couple of video clips that really just focused on the inability of Manny Pacquiao to avoid a good counterpuncher. And Juan Manuel Marquez is a good counterpuncher. He's I don't think he's as good as he used to be, but when he fights Manny, he definitely looks good. Now, as far as Floyd goes, after the Ortiz fight, I too changed my whole opinion about a Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight. I think Floyd's counterpunching ability and his solid defensive skills, one of the best in the business right now, I think he beats Manny. You know, do I want him to beat Manny? Absolutely not. I think the best thing for the sport could be Manny knocking Floyd out cold, having him carried out on a stretcher. But do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, because of all those reasons right there. Now, Bjorn's got another comment that you're going to have to wait until after this.
Are you ready, America? Then let's get it on with Fight Now TV. It's time, fight fans. Your channel has arrived. All the fights, all the names, all the action. From world-class boxing events to mixed martial arts showdowns and other combat sports matchups, Fight Now TV delivers the hits and more. Call your television provider and tell them you want to get it on with Fight Now TV. For more details, go to fightnow.com.
Broadcasting in all corners of the globe, on the web and radio.
He would scoff at a stretcher, that man, I
would think. You're listening to Talkin' Boxing with Billy C. from upstate New York and the good old US of A.
Boxing is here to stay because we are here to stay.
The best 2 hours of boxing talk on the airwaves.
Hey, fight fans, check out KOFantasyBoxing.com. KO Fantasy Boxing is boxing's only trademarked fantasy game. Check it out, www.KOFantasyBoxing.com. Select your own gym, your own fighters, track them through a season that can last from 3 months to a year, depending upon which league you join. You got to check this out, man, www.KOFantasyBoxing.com. Join it today. Again, www.KOFantasyBoxing.com. And tell him Billy C sent ya.
Now back to Talkin' Boxing with Billy C., the only radio host man enough to take a punch from Mike Tyson.
Wait a minute, man. Hold